Can you tell me a little bit about your life before Color Guard?
Honestly, I don't remember too much.
Color Guard was the only thing that could really exist for me.
Once I found Color Guard, that's all she wrote, I guess.
With a final score of 95.095, the Magnolia Project.
Jessie is one of the strongest people I've ever met, if not the strongest person I've ever met.
She taught me everything I know, and she is my biggest role model.
The Magnolia Project, it is like family.
No matter what happens, we'll always be there for her, and she'll always be there for us.
Every day she wakes up, she thinks about Magnolia, about what we have to do, and she has just loved this program so much that, we've all become real. It's what makes life worth living, is becoming real and being loved by other people and sharing that experience.
Throughout the season, like whenever we get, trophies like this and things like that, I always just let the kids have them because again, like this is all just tangible, evidence, I guess you can say, you can't take it with you. So, I always like to, and it's the kids that win them. So I always like to let them, have a piece of the season. This one was from the first year that we were a true independent A organization. So that one was just like the first dollar, from your business you hang, like it was just really special. This one, this is the one, it still doesn't even feel real. Like I look at it and I'm like, did we just make one and like put it up here? Like,
What was one of your favorite things about the 72 hours, like a memory that you remember, like either in the house or like in between, like the drive between like semis and finals? Like
I just felt like such a small fish in a big pond, like rep finals. You know what I mean? It was.
did I give you that?
I think so, yeah.
The first show that really made me want to continue with Color Guard was Time to Say Goodbye that Camaris did. Just really being able to see how much beauty was in so much simplicity, or what we could really get out of like a 5 or 6 minute, blip in this world. It only took them 5 minutes to hook me. And then after that, it was when Pride did Both Sides Now.
I immediately fell in love with it. I had originally come though from like dance, gymnastics, cheer. My older sister, April, was actually involved in Color Guard before I was. She had spent a number of years trying to convince me to come and do Color Guard.
It felt right. It's one of the only things that I truly think I connected to.
After I got out of high school, I really wanted to continue exploring the activity, exploring my craft in the activity. So I started marching independent. My best friend, who's no longer with us, he and I really wanted to have an independent group of our own. 2 years later, it came to fruition, and here we are.
The Magnolia comes from the movie Steel Magnolias, how it's just a bunch of friends and how we gather and we share our life together and we enjoy it together, the ups, the downs.
Magnolias are resilient, and they're strong, and they're unbreakable.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Last time, just for me. We didn't get a chance to talk about it during rehearsal this morning, but I just kind of wanted to touch base a little bit on like the emotional qualities that we need to be thinking throughout. So the beginning is very curious, inquisitive. You guys get that when we're popping out of the prop and things like that. And then probably around Chris and Thomas is where we become a little more sad, a little more lethargic, things of that nature. And then once we hit the flag phrase, we're happy because we're real. We're finally real. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
Really try to over-convey that.
You got it.
All right, I'm really excited, guys.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
Make sure you get your fun. Let David push it, like.
Deep breath in. Shake it out. Ball press. Have a really good run.
Please welcome from Bowling Green, Kentucky, the Magnolia Project.
Honestly, I think it was great for like our first run out, you know what I mean? Like being at the regional and things like that. And especially because the mistakes that happened are things that never happen. You know what I mean? I think it's just first show day jitters, but I think you guys were super professional. I think you recovered very, very well. I'll take it.
It's so good. It was your first time out.
Yeah,
Happy first show.
I think it was great, guys, and I really think everything will smooth out before tomorrow's run.
Yeah.
Cool? Yeah. All right, if you guys don't need anything from me, can we go back, get flip-flops, load Travis, pack up equipment, and load equipment?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Hi, my name is Berkeley Price, and I'm the assistant to the assistant director of the Magnolia Project.
And who is Jessie Price to you?
She is the director of the Magnolia Project, and she is my mom. She lets me help out with like the props at rehearsals and stuff like that.
My name is Nick Price, and I am the husband of Jessie Price. I am currently the president of the Magnolia Project. I think Berkeley and I are very kindred spirits. She, along with Jessie, are my whole heart. I try to be an emotional support. We both have had a lot that's happened, including her diagnosis over the past 6 months. So I try to make sure that every day is going to be a good day as much as I can. It's not just a color guard. It's a good way to escape what's real in life. I think it's a great creative outlet for Jessie. I think it literally keeps her moving.
Our really good friends over at Mayflower, Chrissy in particular, she sent me, I wanted to crochet and knit, you know, because I knew I was going to be in treatments all day. I knew I was going to have a lot of downtime. And so one of the gifts that they sent to me, it was a crocheting project.
She gave us, sent us a box of crocheting things, and there was like a strawberry flower pot, a little chick, and I think it was a bee, like a little bee.
And the note that was sent with it said, "Flowers for my flowers." You know, they're the flowers and so are we as Magnolia. That was something that was really special to me. It was something so small, but something that I will hold so dear and take with me forever, that they thought about, you know, me and our organization and our program, you know, enough to even have such a deep thought about flowers for my flowers. My original cancer diagnosis was in 2018. I was diagnosed in September of 2018. My first diagnosis came before the Magnolia Project existed. And so many of those team members are still with me today. And they know what's coming. And they knew, especially going into this year with my stage 4 diagnosis, how challenging it would be for me physically, mentally. And they did it anyway. The treatments were very grueling. Within the first 2 weeks of having my port placed in my first treatment, I had a collapsed lung. We were in the middle of marching band season. It was quite, it was very challenging, to say the least. I had my double mastectomy in March, and then I was at rehearsal. I think the next day we had championships coming. And I wanted, you know, the team to be prepared. I missed finals, our finals performance at the first regional. That morning, I physically couldn't really move, and at no point was I worried. I wasn't fearful of what would happen without me there.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And that level of support and dedication from my husband, my staff, and my kids to stay strong and keep it going in my absence is a form of support I don't think that I'll ever be able to repay. The members and staff have created such a magnificent home. It's more than I think I could have ever dreamed.
4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Breathe. I think she marches.
Please welcome from Bowling Green, Kentucky, the Magnolia Project.
One thing that this disease, if nothing else, teaches you is that you can't. You know, it forces you to take a seat. It breaks my heart to not be able to be around sometimes. You know, this girl, Haley, she has carried this organization on her back. She is the assistant director, and this season's been really hard. She's had to step into the role of director the majority of this season, and she has done it with such beauty and grace, and I just really want to make sure that she gets her flowers and that she is celebrated, because this year would not exist without her. This girl deserves the world, and I'll never be able to give it to her.
Flags, symbols, and any other equipment used in performances. The University of Dayton Arena is a
Against the wall, and then we'll do Kid President.
I think we all need a pep talk. The world needs to stop being boring.
Yeah, you.
Boring is easy. Everybody can be boring, but you're gooder than that. 2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled. It hurt, man! Really bad. Rocks, thorns, and glass? Don't stop believing.
Unless your dream is stupid, then you should get a better dream.
You would have never made Space Jam.
And I love Space Jam.
If we're all on the same team, let's start acting like it. We can cry about it,
Or we can dance about it.
It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. So get to it.
7, 8, 9. Play ball! You know, everybody has their hype song. Magnolia's message is so clear in the Kid President video. We all started this activity like Kid President. We started this activity, you know, with disco balls in our eyes and, you know, gold and fire in our hearts. And it's so important for me to make sure that we stay grounded and really remember what we're doing. I love you guys so much. Just leave it all out there. If this is our last one, it's our last one, okay? We did our job. And I can confidently say everybody standing here did their job, 100%. So now we get to go just have fun. Yes. Everybody understand?
Yes.
Communicate on the floor. I feel great. I'm excited. I just can't wait. I love watching them perform because that's when I get to take a step back and just be a spectator. You know, on any video that has ever been taken of any of my kids' performances, I'm the loudest person in the audience. So that's when I get to really cheer them on and rally for them. Straight legs. Stopper before the toss, before the prep into the toss.
Yes.
Everybody understand?
Yes.
Communicate on the floor. Okay. So Magnolia, again, remember, walk straight to the front, set your equipment down, and let's get the tarp, unless you are a person that sets on the tarp. That's it. That's all there is to it.
You're my best friend.
What are you scared of? Give me a hug. Thank you. That's the back, so we need to set it up right here. Turn around. Hey, stop. Pull it back some. Pull it back some. Yep. Stop. All right, unroll. Let's go. Get it to the 50. Can you hold that?
WGI Sport of the Arts is proud to present the Magnolia Project.
What is real?
What makes Color Guard stand out, or why was it so special to you, do you think?
I've spent 26 years trying to figure that out. I don't know. I just can't stop. It is who I am. This is everything that I am.
The Magnolia Project from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Under the direction of Jessie Price and Amy Levin.
Thank you. Yep. All right. You guys, y'all, that was so good. That was the best run we've had all year. Thank you, Jessie. What we did at the right time. It was at exactly the right time. It's not over until it's over, you know, and giving up is never an option, no matter how sad situations may be.
The world doesn't stop. Nothing stops moving because I'm sick. You know, I have an obligation and I made a promise and I was going to fulfill it.
You know, when things happen, I always say, you know, take your 15, take your 15. Scream, cry, cuss, you know, whatever you feel like you need to do, but then you've got to get to work.
Seeing her go through what she has to go through, it just makes me want to be the best human that I can be and just live life in the moment. Everyone that comes into the Magnolia Project, it just turns into their home away from home.
I have members currently that have been with me for about 8 years now, and we just can't stop. You know, it is what gives us hope and a home and love and support. You have a home here.
She never backs down from anything.
She can just power through literally everything.
Getting through her treatments and stuff. It's really hard for her, but I just know that she'll get through it, and she has stuff to distract her from it.
I know. For whatever reason, every year I come to WGI, I just completely lose track of what is real. They just had a wonderful, wonderful performance. Definitely their best run of the season. I honestly just couldn't be happier. Those kids are rock stars. You know, we always talk about like being in superhero mode, you know, because especially in this day and time and the activity, you know, that's what it requires. You know, it really does require a different type of mind over matter. It's just been such an incredible season watching them get to this point. And as they came off the floor, the staff and members collectively felt like we did our job. Our goal is to be the very best version of Magnolia that we can be, and that has happened. Because I was waiting for the right group. I was waiting for kids that understood the message. There was never another show on the table. It was this show for these 15. It was just magic. I don't think I'll ever have enough words, but it was magical.
Thank you so much for everything.
I wouldn't be the human I am today without Jessie Price or the Magnolia Project. She is that person in my life, my role model, my mentor, and I owe her everything.
Just seeing her be able to go through so much just kind of shows me that, like, no matter what happens to me, like, I don't have to lay down and take it, because you never have to, and like, you can always just push through and be better than the problems that you face.